Did you know that the British were once so scared of theatres in India that they actually made a law to stop it? Sounds strange, right? A simple play on stage could worry an empire? Let's find out what really happened. India has always loved stories. From ancient Sanskrit plays by Kalidasa to folk dramas like Jatra in Bengal, Tamsha in Maharashtra and Yakshagana in Karnataka. People enjoy theatre as a way of sharing ideas, fun and even moral lessons. When the British ruled India, theatre started becoming even more modern. In big cities like Kolkata, Mumbai and Chennai, new theatre groups performed in English and in Indian languages. But soon, theatre was not just about entertainment. Many Indian playwrights began using the stage to talk about society, injustice and freedom. For example, some plays openly criticized the way the British treated Indians. Others showed heroes standing up against unfair rulers. Audiences loved these plays, but the British government did not. In 1876, the British government introduced something called the Dramatic Performances Act. This law gave them the power to censor plays, which means they could ban any drama they thought was dangerous or against the government. The law especially targeted Bengal because Kolkata had become the center of powerful political theatre. One of the most famous examples is Neel Darpan, the Indigo Mirror, written by Dinabandhu Mitra in 1860. The play showed how Indian farmers were cruelly treated by British indigo planters. It was so powerful that people started questioning the British system. But Bengal was not only the place where theatre faced censorship. In Maharashtra, theatre pioneers like Vishnudas Bhave began the tradition, and later groups such as Kirloskar Natak Mandali used theatre for social and sometimes political themes. Some of these drew the suspicion of the British. In Punjab, patriotic plays in Punjabi and Urdu gradually began spreading messages of unity, and the colonial authorities watching them with suspicion. Even in South India, folk forms like Terukutu and Harikatha began including hidden meanings about justice and freedom. So the Dramatic Performances Act was not just about Bengal. It slowly spread across India, wherever theatre became a tool for awakening people. Did this law stop theatre in India? Not really. Indian artists became even more creative. Some staged plays secretly. Others used mythological stories like episodes from the Ramayana or Mahabharata and gave them hidden meanings. For example, a demon king could represent a colonial ruler and an Indian hero could represent freedom. Audiences understood the message without a single word about the British. The Dramatic Performances Act showed how much the British feared the power of art. A play might only last for 2 hours on stage, but its ideas could live in the minds of people for years. By trying to suppress theatre, the British actually proved how important it was in spreading nationalist feelings. Theatre inspired newspapers, writers, and even young revolutionaries. After India got independence in 1947, this colonial rule slowly lost its power. Indian theatre became free again, free to talk about society, politics, and art without fear of censorship. Today, we celebrate theatre as a powerful part of our culture and history. So, did the British really ban theatre in India? The answer is yes, they tried through the Dramatic Performances Act of 1876. But the theatre never truly stopped. Instead, it became even stronger, a voice for India's freedom freedom. That's the magic of stories. No law can silence them forever. I hope you liked this video. If you want more such amazing stories from history, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Until next time, stay curious and keep learning. Signing off, Page Pulse Bailey. See you next time.